It's David Ducker coming back at you, and today we're going to be talking about technology and magic. This is part of my cultural world building series, and this is the next one on the list. We've got the government, the religion, the military, the economy, and now we're coming into technology and magic. And I'm going to group them together because they can be pretty much the same thing, depending on your setting or not. But either way, they tend to have a little less detail from me, because usually the factions of these things that specialize in these things are going to fall under religion, military, economy, uh, or government, something like that. But you should still list your capabilities separate from that. Uh, and it's very very simple. Just say what's commonly available, what's uncommonly available, what's unavailable. Just that kind of thing, and make sure you do some research and flesh them out as well. Um, so I'll give a couple of examples. In Reign of the Rune Fangs, it's kind of a dark age setting. So we'll go down the list. What's commonly available? Mail armor is arming swords. They're pretty commonly available as well. Heater shields, great helms, horses, saddles, stirrups. So those things are all commonly available. We have some degree of stoneworking, woodworking. We got wagons going on. But those are kind of like the heights of technology is mail. So what's not available is going to be like two-handed swords, plate armor. It's not going to be available. They just don't have the technology yet. Um, what else is not? No firearms, muskets, hand cannons. They have not developed that technology as of yet. So that's not going to be. They have galleys, but and they have cogs too, although they're very rare simply because of the geography of the region. But they don't have galleons or frigates. That technology is unavailable. And if you don't know the difference between a cog and a galleon, that's exactly why you need to have technology listed in your setting, in your culture, so you can research and answer questions intelligently. So when they get to the water, you can describe what the boat looks like, how fast it moves, how big it is, what its armaments are, that kind of thing. Um, and when I started playing, I didn't know the difference. I don't know what kind of boat would they have. I had to do research. And that's great, and I learned a lot. So that's one example, is like the Reign of the Rune Fangs. Let's jump to another shore. So this is space opera, cyberpunk, space western kind of deal. So again, I'm just going down the list. What's available? So they do have laser guns. They have hover cars, robots, clones. They have a form of faster than light travel, which is, I guess you'd call it hyperdrive. Um, they have magnetic shields. They have essentially a railgun type weapon on their ships. They have retroviruses, gene mods to change your physiology. They have cybernetic limbs are available. Of course, they have the internet. All modern technology is available, although it's not all used anymore. Some of it's out of date. We went and talked about their medical technology, what they're able to do, which is offer not regeneration, but they can clone limbs and organs. So their cloning technology is there. The actual regeneration technology is not there. What else is not there? Holograms are not there. Personal force fields, not there. Teleporters from Star Trek, not there. their sensors, all they have is radar. Okay, so they can't tell you if their weapons are powered up on the other ship. Can't tell you how many people are on the other ship. Um, they can probably tell you where it is because they have radar, but that's pretty much it. They have radar, and they have like a computer aided visual scan, basically a camera run by a computer program, which is looking for things visually, um, just like having well-trained eyeballs looking out the windows. So they have that, and they have radar, but that's pretty much all they have for scanning things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else um, that like Star Trek has that they don't have, or that Star Wars has they don't have. But I think that's a pretty good basic list, right? And this changes how everything interacts. We decided to base it very closely on real physics, and like teleporters are just too wacky. Really small magnetic field generators are too wacky, and they changed the combat tremendously. We wanted to have some stormtrooper armor, um, and a personal force field belt may disallow that. So I mean, these are meta reasons in some cases why we've decided upon these things. But you have to make the decision. It doesn't matter what the decision is, as long as you've made it, as long as you know what's going on in the setting. So if somebody asks you, can they regenerate my arm? You say no, but they can clone a new arm and surgically attach it, or give you a cybernetic arm. That's what they can do. Just give them that information. That's what the world is like in this setting. And you need to think about it beforehand because these all have ramifications. This will affect your military, your economy. This could affect your government. Star Wars and Star Trek have ansibles. You have hyperspace communication, subspace communication, so you can talk in real time across the galaxy. In our setting, they have regular radio, and you can send that through hyperspace. But hyperspace is not instantaneous, so it still takes quite a long time to get a message across. So that changes a huge amount about the setting, about the government, the military, the economy, maybe even the religion. All these things change because of the limits of technology. A famous example is because you can't communicate easily, each planetary governor has to have more power because he can't sit on his thumbs and wait for you to make decisions for him because it'll just take too long. Whereas if you could communicate instantly, you could really centralize power, and you can say, no, you have to wait for us to tell you what to do, because the waiting time is reasonable, so that makes sense. But if it's unreasonable, I mean, it's not going to happen. Don't do it. So, and if you look at like iRobot, having robots in the setting commonly available really changes the economy. They can do heavy labor jobs very easily. Having clones available in our setting changes the economy because they can do customer service jobs that a lot of people wouldn't want to do. So again, you just consider all these things and consider magic as well. How common is magic? How powerful is magic? How does magic work in your setting? Who controls it? Kind of can be in this category or in the economics category or another category. But you just got to answer these basic questions. In a fantasy game, how common is Speak with Dad? How common is Teleport? How common is locate person, locate object? Is it held in trust by the guild? Is it freely available? Is it legal, illegal? Is it guaranteed to work? Or might teleport kind of works, but you might disappear forever. So these will all change your setting, your world, how it's interacted with. These are the gritty little particulates that form the barriers to your heroes. So just consider that beforehand, before beginning the game. In addition to thinking about the government, the military, the religion, the economy, think about the technology, think about the magic, the tech level. If it's different in different places, why? Are they evening out? Is the gap widening for some reason? That could be a storyline right there. But that's all I've got to say about technology and magic in your setting. Just consider it. Go down a checklist. What is available? What's not available? What might be available? Yes. So until I see you again, good day and good gaming.